Hi everyone, how are you? I'm Dr. Stacy Shillington and I am here today in my blue wig because Halloween is close, and today we are talking about how to survive Halloween and come out of it with clear skin. I love Halloween. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. I am reading a scary novel. My house is completely decorated. It's so terrifying. And I'm still trying to get up the courage to watch The Conjuring on Saturday night. And I have my gorgeous blue wig, which I actually bought because I'm going to a concert on Monday night and I'm going to rock out. And I thought this wig just might help me a little. But you know, Halloween can be so tough for those of us that have acne. And it is tough because there's two things working against our skin during Halloween, and it's the makeup and it's the food. So I want to give you some solid strategies on how to deal with both of those things so that you can have a awesome Halloween and not suffer for weeks afterwards with, you know, blemishes that literally take over your life. So let's talk Halloween and let's talk about makeup first of all. So, you know, one of the things I love about Halloween is that we get to dress up and just kind of, you know, let our imaginations run wild and be things that we may fantasize about being, but this is the one day we get to do it. And makeup is a big part of that. But a lot of the makeup that you find at costume stores is kind of like perfect for causing acne. And there's a couple of reasons why. It's low quality makeup. There's a lot of chemicals in it because it's designed for a really long shelf life. So you have to be really, really careful about what makeup that you choose. A lot of the makeup also has a lot of allergens in it, and those allergens can cause allergic reactions that can stay with you for 3 to 4 weeks. You know, it's not just the day after that your skin might look a little rough. In fact, a lot of dermatologists find that the 2 weeks following Halloween is when their offices are the most jam-packed, just because people really, their skin suffers a lot from the makeup. So I want to talk about what ingredients you want to avoid in Halloween makeup, what Halloween makeup you should actually choose, and some alternatives, and how to care for your skin right after Halloween. And then I also want to give you some solid strategies about how to deal with the temptations that surround us all around Halloween. And I'm talking about the candy, the chocolate, the partying, the alcohol. Like, how do you deal with all of that? So let's get going because I have a lot that I want to talk about today, as you can tell with that little agenda. So what ingredients do you want to avoid in your Halloween makeup? So the first one is something called isopropyl mestarate. Okay, you know, I'm sorry, I'm so bad with phonetics. Isopropyl mestarate. I even practiced saying that before this Facebook Live, but clearly I need to look at it written down. So isopropyl mestarate, that actually is a very comedogenic ingredient, and it will cause acne. What it does is it helps makeup glide on your skin. It's found in a lot of opaque makeup and a lot of colored makeup. So read the ingredient list. Make sure that is not on it. You also want to avoid any oil-based chemicals and any oil-based makeup, because oil-based makeup tends to have a very high density molecules, and they will sit on your skin and they will cause your pores to become clogged. Oh my God, I think this wig is distracting me. I can't talk properly. So yeah, oil-based makeup will clog your pores, and also talc will clog your pores as well. And also, I just want to mention about the oil-based makeup, most of it is petroleum-based. You know, there's not a lot of costume makeup out there that has a base of jojoba oil or argan oil. You know, actually, I don't think it. Thanks, Holly. You like? So yeah, and also you want to avoid red and blue dyes in your makeup. These dyes have been shown to cause allergic reactions and allergic dermatitis. And a lot of people that have acne have very sensitive skin. Their moisture barriers have already been compromised, which leaves their skin more susceptible to becoming allergic to certain things. So the red dyes, the blue dyes, and then there's also the parabens and the phthalates that are in these cosmetics. Because they're designed for such a long shelf life, they're jam-packed full of these chemicals that are endocrine disruptors. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Holly says red face makeup gives her daughter a rash. It's really rough, right? So, so let's try to avoid those Halloween makeups if you can, and what to do instead. I mean, I think putting on tons of makeup can be so much fun at Halloween, and I still want you to have a great time and, look scary or creepy or beautiful or whatever you want. So here are my strategies for Halloween makeup. So number one, avoid costume shop makeup if you can. Instead, go to, someplace like Sephora. They have a much broader range of, homemade masks, that's a good one. They have a much broader range of cosmetics and the ingredients, and you can find some, really great Halloween makeup that's not, filled with the junk. So try something like Sephora. But one of the most important things is to apply a primer before putting on Halloween makeup. And the primer that I like, it's a Jane Iredale primer, it's called Smooth Affair. It contains something called dimethicone in it. And dimethicone is actually a type of silicone. And this is not something I recommend every single day, but if you are going to be applying a face full of makeup, the dimethicone provides a barrier between your skin and the harsh ingredients of the makeup. So a really good idea, apply the primer and focus on the eyes and the lips. Really put your makeup in those places. Avoid the pancake makeup if you can. I know some costumes you really need to layer it on. But if you do need to layer it on, don't keep it on too long. Definitely do not sleep with that makeup on. No matter how fun or how late your night is, be sure to wash the makeup off at the end of the night. And the best way to wash this makeup off, because it is oil-based, you need to use oils to wash it off. So my face cleansing method really works. So take the microfiber cloth, put the jojoba oil or the argan oil on the cloth, wipe it off as much as you can, and then rinse the cloth. Use a clean part of the cloth to try and take off any residual makeup that may be left on. And the thing is, with Halloween makeup, you are going to have to repeat the oil cleansing process like 3 or 4 times just to make sure you get it all off. And then another strategy that's really great, because there may be some residual chemicals on your face, do an exfoliating mask the next day, the day after Halloween. So I like something with a beta hydroxy acid, so something like white willow bark is great, or salicylic acid, because it's fat soluble, so it's able to get into the pores and break up any fatty residue, oil-based residue that's in there. So try to do that. So those are my skincare strategies for Halloween when you're using makeup. So avoid the costume shop makeup if you can. Apply a primer with a dimethicone in it. Focus on your eyes, focus on your lips, and if you have to use face makeup, do not keep it on too long, and wash it off thoroughly, and then a salicylic acid, which is a beta hydroxy acid mask the next day. So those are some solid strategies to use with makeup. So now I'm going to change the focus a little bit and talk about Halloween and everything that's out there tempting you, because right now in my basement I have over 400 mini chocolate bars just sitting there, and I'm not going there. I just am not, because I know what that's going to mean for my skin. But it's there, and if you're still at the stage in your recovery where you're having a lot of cravings, this is a real problem. Yeah, Holly, I know, right? Because it's just so hard to avoid. So what do? And we know that sugar, eating lots of sugar, awesome, oh good, because you're doing so good. Lots of sugar causes blood sugar spikes, insulin dysregulation, and the insulin dysregulation is what leads directly to acne. The androgens are an effect of insulin dysregulation, so we need to keep it to a really low roar. But I don't want you to completely miss out on the day and not have any fun at all, because having one or two of those little chocolate bars is definitely pretty, you know, it's traditional, it's classic. So what can you do? Okay, number one, on Halloween day, have 3 solid meals. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, make sure you have a good portion of protein in every single one of those meals and tons of vegetables. So I want your plate to look like 25% protein and 75% vegetables. I need to load you need to load yourself up with antioxidants on Halloween day to really fight what's coming, right? Okay, so limit the amount of treats that you're going to have. If it's those little chocolate bars, like 1 or 2, you know, don't have a lot, don't go crazy, just like treat yourself a little bit. Eat those treats after a meal if you can. Do not eat those treats on an empty stomach. When you eat sugar on an empty stomach, your blood sugar will just skyrocket, your insulin will skyrocket, and your acne will skyrocket. So don't do that. Instead, if you eat a treat after a meal, already you have the protein and you have the fat that's grounding your blood sugar, and that will ground your insulin, so you won't get the same spikes. So bye, Holly. Okay, it's so nice to chat a little bit. So that is a solid strategy for eating treats. Do not eat your treats on an empty stomach, and avoid dairy-based treats. So if you have a choice between eating a milk chocolate bar or dark chocolate, go more for the dark chocolate than the milk chocolate. If you know that chocolate is something that really aggravates your skin, then go for something that doesn't have any chocolate in it. Like, I don't know what doesn't have any chocolate in it, because honestly, I've never paid attention to things that don't have chocolate in it, but I do believe they exist. So, you know, you have to kind of use, you know your body, right? So that is that's what I suggest when it comes to treats. The most important thing, do not eat treats on an empty stomach. Have your 3 solid meals the day of Halloween. And then there's another part to Halloween, which is the partying and the drinking, and it's part of the holiday for most. I don't drink personally, but you know, I know that, you know, most people do, and so you need a solid strategy for that as well. So do not drink cocktails or mixed drinks or beers. Those are very high in sugars. Those are going to spike your insulin, spike your blood sugar, lead to acne. Plus, it's really hard on your liver as well. If you are going to drink, what I suggest you do is drink clear liquors. For example, vodka and soda. You know, vodka is probably one of the best alcohols to drink if you have acne. So wine, oh, hi Mandy, wine as well, that can trigger acne as well. So if I drank, I would definitely stick to the clear liquors. And don't drink on an empty stomach. Again, you want the proteins, you want the fats grounding your blood sugar levels, grounding your insulin levels. And if you can, in between your alcoholic drinks, have 1 big glass of water. This is going to help your liver. A lot of times, people that have acne, they also have livers that don't function optimally. So really have to help. Okay, oh, awesome. Okay, I'll check my inbox, Mandy. Thank you. So drink water between each alcoholic drink. It just helps flush out your system, helps the liver deal with the alcohol a little bit more. And a really important tip, if you are going to party Halloween night, if you're going to drink, do not take Tylenol the next morning if you have a hangover. This is like really bad for your liver. And I know some of my patients, after, you know, nights of drinking, they take Tylenol and it takes their skin a long time to recover. Because when you have acne, you have to take really great care of your liver, and Tylenol is very, very difficult on your liver. I would avoid taking Tylenol at any time, to be honest. So those are my tips for a clear skin Halloween. And when it comes to treats and alcohol, the very best option is to not indulge in either, which is what I do because I'm insane. But I know a lot of you are not quite as insane as I am, so you'll probably be having a much better time than me too. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. If you guys have any questions at all, be sure to post them because, you know, this is important stuff. I want you guys to have a great holiday, but I also don't want you to suffer with acne for weeks following the holiday. So that's all for today. Check out my website at naturopathicbeauty.com. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram if you're not already, because I give great skincare tips every day. And if you're interested in joining my naturopathic beauty group and coming with me on your clear skin journey, I have a 7-week clear skin program that really works. I really want to help you clear your skin so you can get rid of your acne and live your life to its fullest. So check that out. I'd love to have you as part of my group. That's it. Happy Halloween. Bye.